Hello, this is a video by the Wisconsin Resource Center for Charter Schools on how to create a project or an action plan used interchangeably within the HEADRUSH platform. When you first log in, you should see a screen similar to this, where you would be able to start new projects here, or always will be able to start a new down here in this corner. So let's begin by starting a new project or action plan. Up here, you will see at the top, a blue scale is over the word untitled, and this is where you're going to title your project. A suggestion would be to title your project with your school name, and then describing a little bit, maybe briefly, what your project might be. And this project will be about a marketing plan. Then you will move down to, what is this project all about? What is the plan? And briefly describe in this area your ideas for the plan. This is not meant to have a word count or a character count. It's really meant to help you best articulate what this action plan is going to be all about, as well as communicate with others that will be viewing this action plan, other stakeholders involved. You will see that there is a toolbar at the top that you are able to use, similar to Microsoft Word, or definitely similar to the Google Doc world. After you're done completing your ideas and describing your project, the next box is filling in external resources or other partners that are available that would help you meet the deliverables of the project. What is neat about this area is you can add in organizations or links to resources that you will be able to come back to in the future that will help you along the journey of your action plan. You also will be able to have other stakeholders log in and drop in resources as they see it may or may not be available. So this could become an area that has an extensive list of resources that are all impactful on the outcomes of your action plan. When you go down, this is the area where you'll be dropping in your competencies. So you're looking at the competencies that match your action plan, or you've identified competencies ahead of time that you're building action plans around. And since this is an action plan about marketing our school, you could do a search in here, and you could have the word recruitment, as I'm starting to write, and all of a sudden this comes up right here: creates, implements a communication and marketing action plan for marketing the school and for enrollment. So I would maybe add this one, and this is under governance. Another way you could search is you could look under authorizer. You could look at the topic areas, and then you could read them to add over here, if you will. Again, you can look under school leadership. You could see if there was a topic area that matched your idea. You could drill further into that, and you could add here. Recruiting students. This one revolves around if we are creating a lottery system or enrollment procedures. This down here is the marketing plan that advertises, promotes the school. So we would add this one as well to our plan. And now we have our two competency areas here, both under governance board. And we can hide this competency browser, and we can move down. You will see who's involved in the project. And since I created the project, my name has come up here, and I'm automatically put in as a mentor. But as subgrantee schools create projects, automatically the mentor that has been assigned to work with that school, to partner with that school, will automatically show up. But you are able to add more mentors. You're able to add other participants to your project as well. And by clicking on the button, you will see all the schools that are participating in the mentorship program right now up here. And so you could begin to add other schools if you were working with more than one school on a plan, Or if it was just one particular school, the school maybe that you're working at, then you would just add your school in that area right there. The last bit on this front page here is you would have a start date and an end date to your action plan, and you're estimating the duration of how long that would be. And that could be in hours, days, weeks, or months. And then you can add any tags if you would like to tag to better search for your project at a later date. Tags are not needed. Once the front page is done, there's only a second page that really needs to be worked on, and that is your task board. And your task board is adding the tasks, adding the deliverables that need to happen in order for you to complete that action plan, or in order for you to create the evidence that matches those competencies. So since we're marketing our school, maybe our first plan is going to be, I'm going to title our first to do, and that is going to have a focus group around our marketing plan. I would describe in detail sort of what that task or what that next step, that deliverable is here. You can also choose a task type. Is it a collaboration? Is it a research? Or is it just a to-do? And this might be more of a collaboration. I can add a due date, estimated time, just like before. And then that would actually show up. So what's nice about having the due date is if I pick an end date on when that is due, when I'm complete with the task, I just hit this X button and it'll show up here, and I will see the date that is due. It will give me an exclamation point, a sort of warning symbol if my tasks do end up going past due. And I can add several tasks here as I go, each completing them out, kind of describing them. And as you progress through, you can move them over to the in progress stage, and you can eventually move them over to the complete stage. This is all for communication with all the stakeholders that are working through this action plan or this project. This is not necessarily required that things move from to-do to in progress. It really is a communication piece. And a lot of schools are using this with their governance board to communicate the progress that they are making on the requirements for the grant with DPI. When you feel like this is out of draft status and you've completed your action plan to the point you're ready to work on it, you can move this and toggle it down, and it'll become an active project. It's not allowing me to create it as an active project because I didn't drop in a participant yet. When it's all done, you can close out, and it'll eventually appear, and you will be ready to go and to slowly work on that action plan. And here's it right here under my plans. It is now appearing. It is still in that draft status, but it appears right here, and I can go back and visit it at any time. That concludes the tutorial about how to create an action plan within the HEADRUSH platform. If you have questions, please do not hesitate to get in contact with the Wisconsin Resource Center for Charter Schools, and we will help you on your journey. We hope you have a wonderful day.